Welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda, and today I'm using my Counterfeit Kit challenge and doing challenge number 3, which is the sketch challenge, which Kathy loves to scrap, was so generous, being our guest forager, also created the sketch for us. And so I'm going to scrapbook this little picture of my youngest, who is almost 15. So this was a long time ago. She wasn't even a year. And I was looking through I wanted to use these papers from my kit, and they're wintry and pretty, and so I was trying to find something that would work, and I had this picture, so I'm going to do this one. And oh, her blue eyes are so big. Oh, it's yeah. So I'm going to use that striped paper as the background, and then the snowman paper I'm going to use as the square bit that Kathy has in her sketch, that is tilted. So I'm going to cut it at 9.5 square and then kind of fit it on the page. I also want to gut a little bit of that, so I'm going to use my pencil and just roughly draw where this snowman paper is going to go, so I can take some of that inside out, because that is such a pretty paper and I don't want to waste it. So I actually use some of it on a penguin that I make for its hat, because how cute. And then it ties that in. So it is not square. I did not even measure it really well. I literally just made sure I was inside those pencil lines so I can get this on without much of a problem. And then just glue around that corner, and then, or that edge is what I meant. And then just trying to get that situated back where I think I want it, and that works out right there. And then there's just a little bit of trimming, which is kind of like in the sketch anyway, not all of the corners were on the page. And then I have this piece of paper that is this blue plaid, and I'm going to use that to mat, and white cardstock. So I'm going to cut this 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then this blue is going to be 6 1/2 by 4 1/2. And then that tape is done, and I haven't been able to get any refills for it, so yeah, that's fun. So I did buy some other tape, but that is what it is. So there we go. And I think that makes that pop just a little bit off that busy background. And different tape. And just kind of situating, and I don't even want to play with this very much for where I want to, like, just going on. Look at that. Look at me be kind of decisive on this part of things. On the rest of it, not as much, but so I am going to use this piece of backing from Hip Kit Club. It is polka dot. It has kind of that same brownie one that's in quite a bit of the embellishments. It's like a, I don't know, it's a similar color to what the snowman's hats are too. So I thought it would work, and yeah, why not? So I just used a pencil to figure out where I kind of wanted it, and then I'm going to cut this a little wonky, and it's going to have to get moved up a little bit because it did. But so on the sketch it doesn't come all the way down, and there's just this piece hanging here. So I think if I was to do this one again, I might make it into a banner for the sketch, but I am trying to stay pretty true to the sketch for Kathy's sketch today, because why not? A sketch is definitely whatever, it's a suggestion, so whatever you want to take from a sketch. So definitely whatever you take from the sketch, do parts of it, some of it, flip it, stretch it, whatever makes you happy. But I decided to stay pretty to it today. So there's a banner here. I'm using the banner. This, you can see I'm moving up now because I cut it off funny. I'll cut it off a little bit later, but that's a better spot for it. And then I'm thinking about that stay cozy, and then I put this on here because Kathy has some word stickers and banner bits and those hearts that I thought were cute. And then I was like, oh, maybe this cozy should go up there. I'm like, no, I don't like that. I don't like this. I want this hat on here. But now where do I put it? Up here? Nope. Nope. So I did leave in some of this Hien and Han, and I did end up being able to take that off. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to, but I decided to try because worst case scenario, if the chipboard ripped, then I could glue it back on the same spot. Otherwise, I was thinking maybe like a piece here for something to anchor one of those pieces on, but that wasn't hit me the right way. I don't mind this label, but the flower on it's a little weird, but it's the same color as in the hat. So I'm like, can I layer these two together? I definitely am going to, but it definitely took me some thinking to get there today. So could have been in the hat. This cozy is cute, but I don't know, not quite. I like it there. Look at me think. I don't know. Drink some tea, think some more. I did cut some of the process out so that you are not getting all of it even. So not even all of it. Then I decided to stay cozy. She is super cozy with her hat on and her winter sweater and her soother. She's actually in her crib. We were just getting ready to go out, and that's the safe spot to put her while the other one is getting ready. So just before she went in her bucket seat. So she was looking at me like, huh. And I had to take a picture because, oh, look how cute she is. And then the hat, yay, the hat is going to go right there with this off, like, centered on the hat, offset on that bit. And I like that. Yay. Yay. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do my journaling off screen because my head always gets in the way, and it says a cozy new toque and a Christmas sweater because it really didn't need much more than that. And then I decided it needed something else. You saw me put on some jewels. I can just call them jewels. They're in red. I thought they went well. And then I just needed something else. So I pulled out this penguin from a spellbinders kit. The snowman is really super cute. Not the snowman, the polar bear. Super cute too. So I do make two. I am just going to show you one. So I set all of the stuff up I can all at once and put it through. So, and I keep little scraps just so I can do things like this. So like that little piece of white could have went into the bin for recycling, but look at, I got 2 hats and 2 penguins out of that, and I'll get more out of it. And then that yellow piece I used for my counterfeit kit last month, and that little piece I kept. And literally, it gives me the beaks and the nose on too, and I still have room left. I also used the stripe page that is on my page because that was cute and tied in the rest of my actual layout. And a little bit of gold on this yellow looks super cute. And just putting it together. This one's super easy to put together. So, and oh, so adorable. I love penguins. And then he's just going to sit right on the journaling block, and the other one went and sat on the corner of the banner. And then I just need a couple more of these jewels to tie the rest of it in, because now there's none over by this guy, and he needs some sparkles. One above the banner, there's one beside the journaling, beside the other guy right there, and that one is done. So make sure you go take a look at the Counterfeit Kit Challenge blog and Facebook group and see what the other design team members came up with. Kathy, our guest forger, also did a layout for this for her sketch, and it is absolutely beautiful. So go make sure you take a look at hers as well. Thank you so much for being here today. Isn't those eyes? Oh, those eyes. If you liked my video today, I would really appreciate that thumbs up. If you're new to me, I would hope that you would consider subscribing. And if you are generous enough to leave a comment, I really appreciate those too. Thank you so much for being here today. Have yourself a wonderful day.